log of the history of Massachusetts. Others have pinpointed 1637 as the true origin of Thanksgiving, owing to the fact that Massachusetts colony governor John Winthrop declared the day of Thanksgiving to celebrate colonial soldiers who had just slaughtered 700 Pequot men, women, and children in what is now called Mystic, Connecticut. Regardless, though, the popular story of the initial harvest festival is what has continued to live on, thanks to the late Abraham Lincoln. The enduring holiday and celebration has almost entirely wiped the memory of what really happened between the Wampanoag and the English a whole generation later. Massasoit, the sachem or paramount chief of the Wampanoag, proved to be a crucial ally to the English settlers in the years following the establishment of Plymouth. He arranged an exclusive trade agreement with the newcomers and allied with them against the French and other local tribes, such as the Narragansetts in Massachusetts. However, over time, the alliance became strained. Thousands of English colonists swarmed into the region throughout the 17th century. According to historic contact, Indian people and colonists in today's northeastern United States, authorities in Plymouth began asserting control over most aspects of Wampanoag life as settlers increasingly ate up more land. The Gilder-Lehrman Institute of American History estimated disease had already reduced the Native American population in New England by as much as 90% from 1616 to 1619, and indigenous people continued to die from what the colonists called Indian fever. By the time Massasoit's son, Metacomet, known to the English as King Philip, inherited leadership, relations had become strained. King Philip's
Shalom. This is Asar by Nasrallah of the Lions in Camp. And first and foremost, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim outside in the proper Hebrew tongue. Kal Halal, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Harakah Kodash. And also double honors to the elders and apostle GMS. And also double honors to my elder, Ahawan by Sharala. And peace and blessing to the woman and children and truth. But yeah, that's the video on the true and dark history of thankskilling, you know, because that what happened on Thanksgiving, 500 years ago. It was really the rape, robbery, and murder of the Gadite tribe. One of the children of Israel, salt of the earth. And today people are gonna be feasting on the day in the celebration of what it really went back to, the real origin, which is ultimately wickedness. I'm not gonna celebrate something that goes back to wickedness. So that's simple. And it's not even one of the Lord's holy days. So, but I want to get this scripture out. I'm gonna do a quick lesson. This is Habakkuk 2, verse 11. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. The point is in 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. That's what Esau did. He killed, he raped, robbed, and murdered the Gadite tribes. Back way then, and they took all the possessions. They probably even took the body. They probably skinned them and used them for clothes. You know how Esau is. Of course they probably raped the children, the young women, and they probably even raped girls, not even being women yet, because Esau is naturally wicked like that. But here's another scripture going on this topic. This is Sirach. This is Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is wickedness. You know, that's Esau. Don't trust him. There's a lot more enemies because everyone has touched the apple of the Lord's eye, but mostly Esau gonna get it. He gonna get the most because he in power anyways. You know, anytime you think of money, you think of Esau because his face on the American dollar. I'm gonna skip down to 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit in thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Well, actually, I'm gonna read 11 real quick. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. That's Esau. You feel me? He trying to wipe all the bad stuff. He trying to think that Thanksgiving is a good thing. It's a day of thanks. And it's a day of family and joy and eating. No, it goes back to wickedness. It goes back to the slaughter of the Gadites. This is 13. I'm gonna read this real quick. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Who would pity a charmer, man? Esau is a natural charmer, just like the dude in office, Sleepy Joe. It's like him, man. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Man. Con. But ultimately Esau, man, he's charming. But ultimately that's just wicked though. This is 16 on this is the last one for Sirach. Any enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Man, he want more than blood, man. He want power and money and everything. Esau he's a lion seeing to where he devour, man. That's how Esau is, you know. His words as smooth as oil, but war's in his heart, man. So, that was slightly paraphrased. I think it's butter, smooth as butter. But still, that's how Esau is, and he's still getting his way. He's still getting his way to this day, thinking that, but it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back to him though. This is from Genesis chapter 15 and 13. And he said unto Abram, know of thy surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. That's the Gadites. It's not theirs. Even though they may have found it, you know, Esau ultimately owned it because the Native American, that's what they call them. Even though the America come from Amerigo Vespucci, so that's where they are, and shall serve them, and they shall inflict them 400 years, man. 400 years is ongoing, man. Torture, man. They still doing that to this day to the Gadites and of course the other Israelites, other tribes. It's more than that, but I might just end up on this. And Yahweh spake on the wise that his seed shall sojourn in a strange land, and that they should bring them into bondage and entreat them evil 400 years. No, I'm not ending on this one. But 400 years and ongoing, man. It's still afflicting us. But if anything, I might just let me look up this chapter real quick. Slack you. Actually, I'm just gonna end on that. But Lord willing, this is edifying. With that, I want to say shalom.